Last weekend, a guy on a Yamaha F150 posted that his engine had a funny little whine for about 3 months. He figured it was normal, just the engine doing engine things. Last Saturday, that whine turned into silence when his Powerhead seized at wide open throttle 2 miles offshore. His repair estimate came back at $14,000. The engine was worth maybe $8,000. That whine was his engine telling him exactly what was about to happen. He just didn't speak the language. Today, I'm going to teach you that language. 5 sounds your outboard makes when it's weeks away from dying, which exact engines are most likely to make each one, and what the repair costs before and after you ignore it. If you hear any of these coming off your transom, you need to act now, not next season. Number 5. The lower unit growl. Your lower unit is a gearbox sitting in salt water all day, and it tells you it's dying in 3 stages. A high-pitched whine that rises and falls with RPM, usually below 1800 RPM, means bearings are wearing or your prop shaft is loading unevenly. That alone isn't an emergency. Grease. The drive shaft splines on your Yamaha F300 or Mercury 250 Pro XS, and it might go quiet entirely. A low-pitched growl with vibration through the steering wheel means gear teeth are chewing themselves apart, and a harsh metallic grinding means metal is eating metal inside the gear case. Shut it down immediately. Every second you keep running makes the damage worse. Mercury 250 Pro X owners. Running the TorqueMaster lower unit, listen up. Pinion gear. Failures on this gear case produce a sudden bang followed by the engine free-revving with no thrust. A new OEM TorqueMaster unit costs over $7,000. Remanufactured units run around $3,000. Suzuki DF250. Owners have a different problem. If you've been skipping the driveshaft spline grease interval every 100 hours, corrosion is fusing that shaft in place right now. When you finally need the lower unit off for an impeller change, you won't be able to separate it without cutting the shaft. That turns a $200 impeller job into $1,500. And here's the check every boat owner skips. Pull your lower unit drain plug and look at the gear oil. If it looks like pancake batter, water got past the seals. That milky oil accounts for roughly 70% of all lower unit failures across every brand. Number 4. The sputter under load. Your engine idles fine at the dock. You push the throttle forward, and somewhere around 3000 RPM, it stumbles, coughs, and bogs down. Everyone assumes bad spark plugs or fouled injectors. It's almost never that. Suzuki DF140 owners deal with this constantly, and the cause is a design flaw. Suzuki has never publicly addressed. The low-pressure fuel line runs between the engine block and the intake manifold, right where engine heat cooks the fuel into vapor. After you run the engine hard and then idle for 10 to 30 minutes on a hot day, fuel vaporizes in the line. The mechanical pump can't purge it. You hammer the throttle and the engine starves. Mercury 150. 4-stroke owners, your version of this problem has a specific sound. The fuel supply module contains your high-pressure pump, and when it's failing, it produces a constant whine that does not change with RPM. That's the key. Lower unit whine tracks with engine speed. The FSM whine stays at the same pitch whether you're at idle or 4000 RPM. Dealer replacement runs about $2,100. Do it yourself for around $700. Yamaha F150 owners, your fuel starvation usually comes from a clogged VST filter that sits behind the intake manifolds. Dealers charge around $700 just for the labor to reach it. If you're finding this useful, hit subscribe. I cover outboard diagnostics and teardowns every week. Number 3. The counterbalancer whine. This is the sound that has destroyed more Yamaha F150 powerheads than anything else, and Yamaha has never issued a recall for it. Inside your F150, a counterbalancer shaft spins at twice the engine speed. At 5,000 revolutions per minute, that balancer is turning at 10,000. The drive gears connecting it to the crankshaft are made of nylon meshing against steel. Over time, the nylon teeth shred apart, and the debris enters your oil system, clogs the oil pump pickup screen, and starves the engine of lubrication at the worst possible moment. The sound starts as a subtle, high-pitched whine that changes with RPM. You have to pull the cowling off to hear it clearly. It progresses to a chirping at idle and increased vibration you can feel through the powerhead. Here's what makes the Yamaha F150 balancer failure especially nasty. Yamaha has quietly released 5 different revisions of this balancer assembly, each one redesigned because the previous one kept failing. The current -04 revision from January 2012 has no known failures. If your F150 has a serial number before that, you're running on borrowed time, and the cost difference is brutal. Replace the balancer preventively for $800 to $1,800. Ignore the whine and let debris kill your oil system, and you're looking at $4,000 to $14,000 for the powerhead. And the Yamaha F150 model years that fail most might surprise you. Model years 2004 through 2007 fail the most, and low-hour weekend warrior engines actually fail more often than high-hour charter boat engines. The nylon gears degrade with age, not just use. Number 2. The deep knock. There is no more terrifying sound in outboard mechanics than rod knock. A deep, heavy metallic banging from the lower block that gets louder under load and tracks directly with RPM. It means a connecting rod bearing has failed, and the rod is hammering against the crankshaft journal with every revolution. Mercury 150. 4-stroke owners have seen this on engines with less than 100 hours. A wrist pin failure in the number 4 cylinder literally soared through the engine block on one documented case. Only 6 inches of aluminum held the engine together, and it was somehow still running. Before you condemn your powerhead though, learn the spark plug test. Pull the spark plug wire on one cylinder at a time. If the knock disappears when you disable a specific cylinder, that's where your rod bearing is failing. If the knock stays no matter which plug you pull, it's probably valve train noise or even a mechanical fuel pump issue, which is drastically cheaper to fix. A remanufactured powerhead installed runs $5,000 to $8,000 depending on the engine. A new Mercury 150 runs around $14,000. A new Yamaha F300 lists at over $30,000. That knock is the sound of your wallet screaming. Number 1. The alarm you keep running through. Every modern outboard has an overheat alarm. A continuous tone that means the engine is cooking itself. And I cannot believe how many people tell me they heard it, figured it would cool down, and kept running. Yamaha F300 owners on the early 4.2-liter V6, especially from 2010 to 2013, and especially the VF SHO models, are sitting on a time bomb. The crankshaft thrust bearing wears down, allowing the crank to shift back and forth. That movement misaligns the timing belt sprocket, and the belt starts shredding. You'll find rubber dust and chunks inside the cowling during inspection if you're lucky. If you're not lucky, the belt snaps on this interference engine, pistons slam into valves, and you're looking at $11,000 to $16,000 for a new powerhead. Suzuki DF250 owners have a different version. The cylinder heads on early models warp and blow head gaskets. A 2004 DF250 needed a complete top-end rebuild within just 40 hours. White milky oil on the dipstick and white smoke from the exhaust are your confirmation. And Suzuki DF140 owners with models from 2001 to 2007, your overheat alarm might actually be a lie. A carbon steel pipe plug installed in the aluminum engine holder corrodes from the inside out, letting exhaust leak into the cowling. The engine runs rough and triggers temperature warnings, but it's not actually overheating. It's a design defect. Suzuki has never recalled. The fix is a $150 aluminum weld or $1,800 at a dealer for a new holder. Here's the bottom line across every engine I just covered. The most expensive outboard repair is the one you were warned about and ignored. A $30 rubber water pump impeller that you change every 2 years prevents a $6,000 overheated powerhead. An $800 Yamaha balancer replacement prevents a $14,000 seizure. A $150 weld on a Suzuki engine holder prevents $5,000 in wiring and fire damage. Your engine is talking to you. If you want to know the 6 maintenance items that prevent every failure I just described for under $500 a year, that video is on screen now.